And very good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville, Illinois, as we are about to bring you some Collinsville Kahok bowling as we pay attention to the boys today as they get ready to take on O'Fallon. And welcome into the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahok Sports Network. Cafe Agape, home of the Kahok chicken sandwich. And they've been doing their thing since 2012. Cafe Agape offers catering, some of the best home-cooked food in the area. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. Your Collinsville boys bowling team comes into this contest with O'Fallon today with an overall record of 4-4. O'Fallon, they come in perfect. They are 8-0 under their head coach, Mike Imes, who is into his 18th year as the head coach of the O'Fallon boys bowling team, and he has with him a 184 win record to go along with 57 losses. Collinsville's coach, Sean Hay, 22nd year, 195 wins, 89 losses, and he joins us now on the pregame show. Good afternoon there, Coach.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Ready to go.
Ready to go. Nice to be back after a week off of dealing with some COVID stuff, but I think your team is COVID-free right now?
We have some illness.
Do you?
We'll just leave it at that.
All right, we'll leave it at that because that's where everybody else wants to leave it too.
Yep.
All right, before we jump into the boys' side of things here, let us get updated on the girls. They're here this afternoon also, getting ready to take on O'Fallon. And at this point in the season, your girls are undefeated.
They are. They're bowling pretty well, and I think we've been getting contributions from our returning varsity members. And we're starting to see some of the girls that were in the pool of JV to step up to varsity. We're seeing them start to step up.
And both of your squads just came off of a weekend tournament in St. Louis. Tell us about that.
Sure. We were over in it was the Shomo Classic. It's a new tournament that Columbia put on, and it was basically to showcase kind of how we do things on this side of the river to Missouri. There were no Missouri teams because they don't have a formal organization like we do. Their high school program is mainly just like a league. They have kids that enjoy it, and they have some good bowlers over there, but not set up like what we have over here. So we ended up getting first in JV boys, varsity boys, and JV girls, and the format was a little different. It was head-to-head rather than total pins. If it had been total pins, we'd have won straight across the board, but head-to-head, our girls fell 10 pins short against Freeburg in the finals, so they ended up getting second.
And also along the way, you had some individual first-place finishers.
Absolutely. We had Daniel Wilde bowled excellent on JV and really blew out the field. He would have been in the top 5 on varsity, too, so he bowled really well. Cole Buckman finished first overall for the tournament. And for the JV girls, it was, let me look. Trying to remember off the top of my head. No, I'm getting the varsity. We've done so much mixing and matching, it's hard for me to remember which was on JV that day, which was on varsity, but I believe it was Casey Buckman.
Okay.
Casey Buckman, and she's actually been bowling really well. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her jump up to varsity and get some varsity action in this next couple of weeks.
All right, let's switch back over to the boys. You guys are 4-4 on the year, and you're taking on a very good O'Fallon team. They haven't lost a match yet, and they got a gentleman on their squad who bowled a 300 game earlier this year. Oh,
that's awesome. No, they're a good team. They bowl really well. They stay on target pretty well, and all of them do a lot of outside of the season tournaments and things. So they deserve to be good.
Last home matchup for the boys, right?
That is correct.
So this is the last time that your seniors will be here on this particular set of lanes. So talk to me about your couple of seniors you got on your team this year.
Sure. Our 2 seniors we have is Evan Flowers, and he was an unusual senior as he just showed up for the senior year. He was the one that at the beginning that took 3 years off to do other things, but he bowled with us in middle school, and now he's bowling with us obviously in high school. So, and then we have Cole Benson. He's our captain. Cole Benson is been with us the whole time since all the way through middle school, and he is our inspiration on the lanes for sure. He doesn't have the highest average, but I'll tell you this: there's not a bigger heart on this team.
You know, you guys have to finish up your Southwestern Conference play, your tournament, and I think you have, one more match against Alton before the playoffs start?
That is correct.
All right, so what do you want to see from your guys today?
I just want to see good shots off their hand, first balls, and then we'll let the scores take care of themselves. So, yeah, it's one of those things where they've all been bowling really well, so they just continue to do what they do and make – if they're going to win, they're going to have to beat us. So, I mean, that's just
guys
the way
are getting better as the season's gone?
Absolutely. Last 3 outings, every set of 3 games has been 3,100 or better.
All right, thank you for the visit, sir. We'll talk to you at the end of the festivities.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Sean Hay, the Collinsville Kahok head coach. He's the head coach, by the way, of both the girls and the boys, but he's finishing up with the boys today. This will be the last time that these two teams will be here at Camelot Bowl at the same time. So good luck to the boys this afternoon. Good luck to the girls this afternoon as well. And we'll take our first break and come back and fill in some more blanks for you as we move along here as the Cafe Agape pregame show continues here on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
The Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network from day one. Since 1934, the Junior Service Club of Collinsville has been providing women in the community an opportunity to make a difference with fundraisers and projects, all that go towards helping the needy in Collinsville. If you would like any information on any event sponsored by the Collinsville Junior Service Club, head to Facebook, type in Collinsville Junior Service Club, and then click on the event tab. We thank the Collinsville Junior Service Club for their continued support of the Kahok Sports Network and KahokSports.com.
Calling all sports fans. Looking for a great place to watch the game with your crew? Look no further than the Lucky Fox Sports Bar in Caseyville. The Lucky Fox shows Collinsville Kahawk sports on the big screen, plus UFC fights, boxing, Cardinals and Blues, and all of the NFL games with the NFL ticket and enough TVs that you'll be sure to find the game you want. And the food? How about Taco Tuesdays, Wing Wednesdays, plus burgers, sandwiches, pizza, steak, and more, including great drink specials and the coldest brew in town. And don't forget to try your luck at the Lucky Fox Gaming Room. Dine in and catch a game, or order carryout with the Lucky Fox Sports Bar, 1101 Caseyville Road, right across the street from Kahawk Stadium. Open daily at 11 a.m. Check out the Lucky Fox Facebook page for daily specials. The Lucky Fox, 618-855-9500.
I couldn't ask for a better agent, for a better company in a disaster where you have no idea where to start.
I learned that there's not a given in life. It takes a team. There's people that are going to watch out for us and that care.
It's been pretty stressful. Once we saw Lori and got our plan, it's
like a huge weight lifted.
In Collinsville, call Scott Allen at 618-346-1500.
Chapman Trucking, LLC. Chapman Trucking is a local Collinsville business owned and operated by 1994 Collinsville graduate Christy Chapman. With over 10 years of experience, Chapman Trucking, LLC can take care of all of the heavy lifting when it comes to hauling aggregate materials such as sand, driveway rock, dirt, boulders, and more. That includes getting your heavy work equipment to your work site where it needs to be. Give Christy a call for a free estimate at Chapman Trucking, LLC, 618-960-9346 or online at chapmantruckingllc.net.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahawk sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahawk sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And once again, welcome back to Camelot Bowl and the Cafe Agape pregame show here on the Kahawk Sports Network. Glad that you're with us. And as I mentioned earlier, glad to be back. Had to take a week off to quarantine after contracting COVID-19 over the holidays. I fared very well, and I was asymptomatic the whole time. And, The other members of my family didn't get so lucky. They did not have their booster shots. Those were already scheduled, but it was too late by the time that came around. But we're back in action. We have a game for you every day this week except for Wednesday. We have boys basketball for you tomorrow and Friday, and then we'll have some hockey for you on Thursday. We were going to have some girls basketball for you tomorrow. They were scheduled to play at Alton, but that game was canceled. So we switched over to the boys game. That's going to be at home tomorrow versus Alton. And we already had the hockey matchup on Thursday's schedule, so we couldn't pivot on that and bring you the girls basketball game from home on Thursday. So we're just going to stick with that part of the schedule. Let's get you set up for some bowling here. All right, we mentioned earlier Collinsville 4-4, O'Fallon 8-0. O'Fallon, their head coach Mike Imes in his 18th year, and he has taken his boys' teams to state 8 times in his previous 17 years. Second place in 2012-13 with a 11-1 record. They finished 74 pins behind Lockport for the championship that year. 3 times O'Fallon has finished in third place, 2013-14, 2015-16, and then again in 2016 and 17. As we mentioned, the boys are coming off of a first place finish at the Show Mo tournament at Concord Bowl in St. Louis. Brandon Campbell finishing in 4th overall, and Cole Buckman taking first. The girls team finished second. JV boys and girls all finished first, and as Coach Hay mentioned just a little bit ago, just 10 pins separated Collinsville and Freeburg, or else Collinsville would have finished in first place all across the board in that category. So this will be our final boys bowling match of the season. Our last girls match live stream will be 1 week from Wednesday, January the 19th, versus Belleville East. The girls have to finish up their Southwestern Conference tournament. They'll do that on the last day of January and then extend it into the first day of February. The regionals are here at Camelot for the girls on February the 5th, and then the sectionals will be on the 12th of February at a place to be determined. For the boys, their conference tournament wraps up tomorrow, and right now they are sitting in third place. They are 100 pins away from second place Belleville East and 270 pins away from first place O'Fallon, who they're getting ready to take on here this afternoon. They have Alton on Wednesday at Alton to end their regular season, and then the regionals for the boys bowling team will get underway on the 15th of this month, and that'll take place at Highland. The sectionals are still waiting for a place to be determined as far as where that is going to take place, but that'll be held on the 22nd of January. So now you are all caught up with everything that we know. One more break comes your way, and while we're doing that, these boys will finish up their practice throws, and we'll have the national anthem, and then we'll come back and bring you some bowling, and we'll do that here in just a little bit on the Kahok Sports Network.
Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you. First National Bank of Waterloo, with over 100 years serving the Metro East. Visit First National Bank of Waterloo at their Maryville and Collinsville locations for all of your banking, mortgage, and lending needs. Why? Super low closing costs, low construction loan rates, and they do so much to support our local communities. When you need a loan, call the Collinsville team at First National Bank of Waterloo at 618-345-1121 or visit their Maryville and Collinsville locations or online at fnbwaterloo.bank. First National Bank of Waterloo, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Keep your ride shiny and clean with Extreme Details Vehicle Detailing in Collinsville. Extreme Details, owned and operated by former Kahok Jay Merkel. Jay and his crew at Extreme Details believe in the value of community and in helping their community hold the value of their vehicles with a sharp-looking, clean ride that you and your community can be proud of. Extreme Details can handle any job, whether you drive a small car, an SUV, or even a bus or an RV. No job is too big or too small at Extreme Details. Extreme Details offers scratch and oxidation removal, and they vacuum every vehicle regardless of what package you choose. Cars, trucks, motorcycles, boats, and more. Plus, Extreme Details can handle fleet vehicles for your company. Call Jay and the gang at Extreme Details at 977-1224 or visit Extreme Details at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check for periodic specials on the Extreme Details Facebook page. Put the shine in your ride with Extreme Details. Projects in and around your home can be daunting and overwhelming. Take the stress out of those projects and let AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions do all the heavy lifting. Former Kahok Adam Welly can help knock those projects off your list. From framing drywall, painting, and stair work inside to deck work, hardscapes, and concrete and retaining wall construction outside your home, including power washing and brush removal. Whatever the task, AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions can help. Call Adam Welly for a free estimate at AW Indoor and Outdoor Solutions, 314-252-8010. That's 314-252-8010. Having problems keeping your ride on the road? Roadman Automotive in Collinsville can help you keep your ride rolling. Roadman Automotive offers everything from diagnostic tests when that check engine light comes on to tune-ups, alignments, brake and suspension work, and more. Oil changes at Roadman Automotive start at just $35. Roadman Automotive is open from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Friday and is located at 936 St. Louis Road in Collinsville. Check out the Roadman Automotive Facebook page for daily specials. Call Roadman Automotive at 618-223-1878, online at roadmanautomotivecollinsville.com. Roadman Automotive. Keep your ride on the road with Roadman Automotive. Lakeside Roofing in Collinsville. Let the professionals at Lakeside Roofing protect your most important investment, your home or business. Have the elements taken a toll on your roof system? Notice a leaking roof? Maybe it's time for a free roof inspection. Regular maintenance can extend the life of your roofing system by 10 years or more. Lakeside Roofing is your winning team for commercial and residential roofing systems. Lakeside's all-star professionals have installed, repaired, and maintained hundreds of roofs on both sides of the river. Call Lakeside Roofing today at 618-344-2800 or 314-241-5253 or online at lakesideroofing.com. Lakeside Roofing, celebrating 50 years of serving the metro area. Choose experience, choose Lakeside.
At Visionary Wealth Advisors, we empower you to see your future before it's your future, to create your inheritance, to build your vision, to anticipate the known and unknown, and to find potential in both, and build new dawns. Visionary Wealth Advisors.
Visit Brad Keene with Visionary Wealth Advisors at his new Collinsville office located at 106 North Clinton, or call Brad at 618-467-8420. Cafe Agape serves up some of the best sandwiches, burgers, pork steaks, meatloaf, fish, and more in Collinsville. And yes, they still cater. Wedding receptions, luncheons, business meetings, and much more. And Cafe Agape is your destination for all of your holiday and party favorites, both main courses as well as delicious sides. Cafe Agape in Collinsville is the only place to pick up a Kahok sandwich or dog and the new Flamin' Kahok sandwich. Cafe Agape, check them out at 703 St. Louis Road. Give them a call at 345-CAFE. That's 345-2233. And don't forget to tell them Stewie sent you.
And once again, welcome back to Camelot Bowl here at Collinsville. Camelot Bowl in Collinsville, Illinois. I keep on wanting to say Collinsville High School, but this is one of the few games that I don't do at Collinsville High School. So we're just about ready to go. Let's get you set up with who is playing where. Ben Sloan will be bowling in the number 1 slot for Collinsville. Ben is a junior and comes in with an average of 196. and a high game of 255. He'll be opposed by senior Aiden Keene for O'Fallon. Aiden has an average of 215 and a high of 269. In the number 2 spot for Collinsville, you'll find senior Evan Flowers. Flowers on the year with an average of 193 and a high game of 252. He'll be opposed by freshman Connor Lunning, and Lunning on the year an average of 196 with a high of 256. In the number 3 slot for Collinsville, you'll find junior Connor Hartman. Connor on the year is a 189 average bowler with a high of 259. He has the highest game of the year so far for Collinsville. Mike Cotton, that's Cottom, like cotton, but with an M at the end. He is a senior, and he has an average of 206 with a game high of 277. In the 4 slot for Collinsville, you'll find senior Cole Buckman. Cole leads the team in the average department with an average of 204, and he has a high game of 255. He'll be opposed by Nathan Bassford. Bassford has an average of 209 and a game high of 259. And then the anchor bowlers. Collinsville will throw up junior Brandon Campbell. Brandon on the year has an average of 200 and a game high of 237. And he will be opposed by Jacob Horton, the senior for O'Fallon. Jacob having a fantastic year. 221 is his average, and he bowled a 300 game earlier this year. And, of course, that would lead his team. So now you're all caught up, and we're all caught up on everything we need to be caught up on. We are already underway here in the first frame, and so far, both teams doing their thing, man. Collinsville has started off with 3 straight strikes. O'Fallon has started off with 2 straight strikes, and that's how we get things going. We're on lanes 23 and 24. And on 23, that was Mike Cottom. That's going to be hard for me to say as well. Cottom. And so far, everybody's bowled a strike except for now Cole Buckman over on 24. Leaves the 4-7 standing over on the left side of the lane. So lane number 24 is just underneath where the purple Kahawks is located on the little score bug across the top of the screen. So I guess now we can see why O'Fallon is 8-0 on the year. 3 straight strikes from Keene, Lunning, and Cotton. And Bassford will be up next, but first Cole Buckman trying to pick up his spare over here on 24, and he does so. So we have the boys over here, 21 through 24. The JV team you can see a little bit on your left-hand side there, as Bassford is the first O'Fallon Panther not to strike over here on 23. And then they skip 2 lanes, and the girls have lanes 27, 28, 29, and 30. We'll keep an eye as best we can on the girls over there. I can see parts of the boards. Here is Brandon Campbell down 24 for Collinsville, and Campbell leaves himself a split. 7-pin on the left side and a 6-10 on the right side. While Bassford, the junior for O'Fallon over here on 23, tries to pick up his spare. And he does. Campbell has his work cut out for him going up against a kid with a 300 game. Campbell over on 24, he's ready to go. They don't have to wait for anyone over on 25, so that'll speed things along a little bit more than usual. Here is Campbell's try on 24. Of course, he'll aim for the far ones, and he'll take care of the 10-pin, but the 6 is still standing. Here is senior Jacob Horton, he of the 300 game earlier this year, on lane 23. He lets it go, and he'll pick himself up a strike right off the bat. So that's the way the first frame comes to an end, and after 1 frame in the books, Collinsville trails by 2 pins, 50-48. Remember, you get 5 points for a head-to-head matchup, so there's 5 of those, so that means there's 25 head-to-head points available to win. And then the team win will get you another 5 points, so that's 30 points that you can get in 1 match. Here is Aiden Keene over on 24 as the teams switch, and Keene with back-to-back strikes to start off this first match, and Ben Sloan will try to do the same thing over here on 23 for Collinsville, and he does. So the first bowlers, Ben Sloan for Collinsville, Aiden Keene for O'Fallon, back-to-back on the strikes. That'll also speed up a game, won't it? Why, yes, it will, Mr. Duke. Here is Connor Lunning on 24 for O'Fallon. And he'll pick up back-to-back strikes to start off. Evan Flowers over here on 23 for Collinsville, trying to accomplish the same thing. He'll let his go, and he will. So back-to-back strikes. I can't. Oh yeah, forehead. Yeah, he's got a high forehead, but you know that's because he wears his hair up. Here's Cotton on 24 for O'Fallon. He will leave up the 10 pin, and he will not pick up back-to-back strikes. Connor Hartman for Collinsville over here on 23. He's trying to pick up back-to-back strikes as well, and he will make that. And Cotton trying to pick up that 10 pin, and he'll miss. Those hurt. On 23 for Collinsville, Cole Buckman lets it fly, and he just barely missed that head pin, and that keeps the 2 pin standing up. Nathan Bassford over on 24 for O'Fallon gets that curveball working, picks himself up a strike to go along with his spare in the first frame. Buckman trying to pick up his spare. And if he does so, he'll start off with back-to-back spares in this first matchup. It's on the way. And that curve didn't curve quite sharp enough, and he'll end up with his first open frame. Here's Jacob Horton on 24 for O'Fallon. Started off with a strike and continues that same trend. So O'Fallon's finished with their second frame. And Collinsville's Brandon Campbell will do the same over here. Will it be 1 ball or 2? We're hoping for 1. Here it comes down 23. He'll take care of all of them. We'll head to the second frame. And Collinsville trails now 148 to 136. So a 2-pin lead by O'Fallon goes up to a 12-pin lead. Ben Sloan on 24 picks up a strike. And Mr. Sloan has started off with a turkey here in this first matchup. Ben Sloan trying to keep up with Aiden Keene, and now Aiden Keene trying to keep up with Ben Sloan. He does so. He opens up with a turkey. Here is Evan Flowers over on 24, trying to accomplish the same feat that Keene and Sloan just did. Ooh, can't get that. Yeah, the 10 pin did finally fall, so that'll avoid the little split. And 1 pin left up for Evan Flowers. Connor Loning. Down 23 for O'Fallon. He will also pick up a turkey to open up play. Flowers for Collinsville on 24, trying to take care of his spare, and he missed as well. So he and Buckman have both had open frames here in this first game, and we're only halfway through frame number 3. Kind of figured as much, just wanted to make sure. Here down 23 is Mike Cotton, and he'll pick up a strike as well. So trying to make sure. Connor Lunning, the freshman bowler here for O'Fallon, the number 2 spot. He is the younger brother of Tyler, who plays both soccer and basketball for the O'Fallon Panthers, who we just saw at the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic. For Collinsville, Connor Hartman is over on 24. He is trying to pick up a turkey to start this match off as well, and he'll throw that one in the gutter. He lost that one, flipped right out of his hands. Nathan Bassford on 23 wearing the Karate Kid headband. Down 23, and he makes them all count. course, I don't think the Karate Kid had the Nike swoosh on his headband. Cole Buckman. That was a double miss, by the way, by Connor Hartman. He threw a gutter ball 2 times in the third, so he gets nothing in that third frame. Here is Jacob Horton again for O'Fallon on 23, trying to pick himself up a turkey to start, but instead he gets a split. 2 on the left and the 10 pin on the right. Here is Cole Buckman on 24 for the Kahawks. He'll take care of his spare. And now Jacob Horton will try to pick up this 2-4-10 split. 2 in the 4 on the left side, 10 of course on the right side. And here is Horton's try, going after the 2 and the 4, and he'll take care of those. And the 2 pin goes flying right behind that 10 pin, but just wouldn't cut it. Brandon Campbell on 24 for Collinsville. Leaves up 4 of the 10. Girls looking over at their board. Their first bowler had a turkey to start off as well for Collinsville. Couldn't tell you who that is because we don't have names upon the scoreboard, just letters and numbers. A, B, C, D, and E on one side and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 on the other. Brandon Campbell, the last bowler here in the third frame. O'Fallon has already finished. And Campbell will take care of his spare. So after 3 frames in the books, O'Fallon extends their lead, 263 to 223. So Collinsville already falling 40 pins behind here. And we've only made it through 3 frames. Tell me again why O'Fallon is 8-0 on the year. They're good. Okay. Jacob Taylor will move over and take over the third spot for Connor Hartman for Collinsville. Well, Coach Shea, or Coach Hay wants to see, you got Sean Hay, I put them all together and it's Shea. He'll talk to his boys here for a minute, get him to calm down a little bit. Here is Ben Sloan for Collinsville down 23, and he throws one into the gutter again. Collinsville's having some problems here early on. Meanwhile, Connor Loning on 24. And he'll pick up a strike. And that is 4 straight strikes for Aiden Keene and Connor Loning to start things off here for O'Fallon. They're on a roll already. Evan Flowers trying to keep pace. Tough pace to keep track of, man, and Flowers will leave up 1. Sloan, by the way, did not pick up his 4th straight strike. He ended up with a 3 on the first ball and then guttered that second one. Here is Flowers trying to pick up his lone pin down yonder. He does. I trust that you will all let me know if my audio is lagging behind the actual play, so it's a little bit different. I got it set at about a 2-second delay. I think that's enough, but I don't know. Here is Campbell down 23 for, Taylor down 23 for Collinsville. And he'll pick up a strike on his first throw on the varsity side of things. Nathan Bassford on 24 for O'Fallon, lets it fly. He's got that curve that slides right into that head pin and takes care of all of them. And for Nathan Bassford, he has picked up a turkey after he started off this game with a spare. Buckman on 23 for Collinsville. He'll leave up that 7 pin as Jacob Horton gets ready to toss one down lane 24. And he'll leave up a small split. 7-pin awaits Cole Buckman. He'll let it fly, and he'll not get that curve in time. 3 in the 10-pin still stand up for Jacob Horton, trying to pick up his spare. And he'll only take care of the 3-pin. Brandon Campbell on 23 for Collinsville here in frame number 4. And he'll take care of that, and 1 pin slid all the way over and took care of that 5-pin that just was left hanging there for a little bit. That's the end of 4. Collinsville trailing 378 to 290. O'Fallon keeps on widening their lead with every frame. Ben Sloan on 24 for Collinsville will get it started. Frame number 5. And he'll pick up a strike. So that is 4 out of the first 5 for Ben Sloan. Here is Aiden Keene on 23. And Keene will leave the 10-pin up. Evan Flowers on 24 for the Kahawks. Looks like my camera's lagging a little bit too. I don't know why that does that sometimes. See if I can fix this. That's not what I wanted. That's what I have on there. We're going to see the screen go blank for a second, see if we can get this jittering to stop. It'll freeze. All right, looks like we got the jittering to stop. All right. Bless it. Campbell. Or excuse me, that was Jacob Taylor from behind. They almost looked the same. Picking up his spare on 24 as I climb back up onto my perch here. And we're about halfway through the 5th frame. Here is Cole Buckman on lane 24 for Collinsville. And he'll pick up a strike. 2 bowlers are already over 100 for O'Fallon. Collinsville, closest they have is the 85 up there by Evan Flowers right now. Here is Mike Cotton. On 23 for O'Fallon. He'll slide that thing in there and almost pick up that strike. That 10-pin still wobbling even as the pin setter comes down. Brandon Campbell, the junior for Collinsville, on lane 24. It's on its way, and he'll leave up 1. I had a little computer error over on 23, but they've got that fixed now. And now Mike Cotton ready to pick up that 10-pin or give it a try anyway. And it's in the gutter. So Campbell over here on lane 24. Trying to pick up that 3-pin. He does. So Collinsville finished in the 5th. Nathan Bassford over here on 23, the fourth bowler for O'Fallon, as he awaits the JVer from Collinsville to finish up on 22. Glancing over at the girls, they're about halfway through their fifth frame. So both squads on pace. That one is going to have a big curve in it, man. I'll tell you what, Bassford has that curve that starts off teetering by the lane and then picks one up in there. And for Bassford, that's 4 strikes in a row now. So it's up to Jacob Horton now. And Horton's ready to go on 23. And he'll pick up a strike as well. So we have completed 5 frames, and O'Fallon continues to extend their lead. Right now they are up 482 pins to 368 for Collinsville. Frame number 6 begins with Ben Sloan on 23. Sloan lets it fly and picks up everything except the 10. Ooh. Pin was rolling around over there. I thought for a minute it might come over and slide and hit that 10. Here is Aiden Keene on 24 for O'Fallon. He'll leave up the opposite. So Sloan leaves up the 10 and Keene leaves up the 7. Sloan, he'll try his spare attempt first with his ghost white ball, and he'll pick up that 10 pin. And now Aiden Keene on the other side will try to do the same with his 7 pin over on the left side. And he does. Evan Flowers on 23 now for the Kahawks. It's on the way. He'll just miss that head pin, and 1-2-4 still standing. Freshman Connor Lunning on 24. He'll pick up a strike. Flowers on 23, trying to pick up his spare for the Kahawks. He does. And on 24 now for O'Fallon, Mike Cottom. He'll leave up the 10. Pesky 10 pins they are. Jacob Taylor on 23. Well, that 10 pin stayed up as well, but unfortunately so did the 6 and 7 pins. over on 24. Cottom trying to pick up his 10 pin. He will. Apparently he has a hard time picking up the 10 pin. And unfortunately, Jacob Taylor could not pick up any of the 3 he left down on lane 23. And here is Nathan Bassford. Bassford on 24 for O'Fallon. Leaves the 10. Cole Buckman on 23 for Collinsville. And he will take care of them all. He knew that. And Bassford missed that 10 pin. Brandon Campbell. Man, oh man. Campbell picks up a strike. Teach me to look at my phone while I'm doing other things, right? Braden Shin and Colton Pareko have been added to the NHL's COVID protocol list. So Shin, who just got back from injury, has now got to sit out for 5 to 10 days, depending on the testing protocols. Tell you what, Blues can't catch a break, but yet they still keep on winning. 6th frame just about to end here as Jacob Horton will end it. Will he end it with a spare? He still has the 310 pin. He had that just a little while ago. Here is that try to end the 6th. He will take out both of them. Nice ball. All right, after 6, O'Fallon extends their lead once again. They are up by 110 pins now, 569 to 459. As we roll on into the 7th. Ben Sloan up first. Sloan on 24. Lets it fly. He'll take care of a strike for Sloan. That is his 5th strike here in the 7 frames. He had an open frame in the 4th when he knocked down the first 3 and then threw a gutter ball. And his other open frame, I should say. Well, it's not open, it's a spare. 9 spare. Here is Evan Flowers on 24. And he's having a hard time hitting that head pin as Flowers. Can't get that ball to move over to the left. Keene on 23 trying to pick up his 10 pin for O'Fallon, and he will. Flowers trying to pick up his spare on 24, has the 1-2 left. He'll take care of that as Connor Lunning steps up on 23 for O'Fallon. Freshman bowler bowling on the varsity team for Coach Imes and his O'Fallon Panthers. Ooh. Splitsville. Here is Jacob Taylor on 24, and Taylor will leave himself a sleeper. Lunning has a mess. 4 and the 7 on the left side, 6 and the 10 on the right. Pick a pair. And hope that you get a little bit of bounce back there, but that didn't happen. Jacob Taylor on 24 has that sleeper. Got to hit that one head on, and he does not. Turned off to the left right at the very end, and that sent the pin to the right, and the one behind it stays standing. Meanwhile, Cottom leaves up 1. Buckman over on 24 for Collinsville. Doesn't like the ball, so he wants a new one. Well, he is waiting. Cottom will try to pick up his 4 pin over here on 23. And he just missed. Now Buckman's ready. Down 24 it goes. And he'll pick up another strike. Buckman with a turkey. His only strikes of this match so far are his last 3. 5, 6, and 7 are the frames. Here is Nathan Bassford for O'Fallon on 23. Gets that curve to work. A little body English to boot. Checking his heart rate when he turns around. Or a text message. It's a teenager. My guess is text message. Here is Brandon Campbell down 24 for Collinsville. He'll pick up a strike, and that'll end the 7th frame here for Collinsville. As Jacob Horton steps up on 23, looking to do the same. And he will. We head into the 8th. This is a fast-moving first matchup. So we'll switch sides. Ben Sloan readies himself on 23. Here it is. Leaves up 2 on the right-hand side. 6'10". Aiden Keene for O'Fallon on 24. Wills that thing over to hit that head pin. It does, but it leaves up 1. Sloan will try to take care of his 6'10" over here on 23. He does. The white ghost ball must be his spare ball, right? 2 ball is all remains on 24 for Keene. He'll take care of that while Flower steps up on 23 for Collinsville. Also in the 8th frame over on the girls' side. Flowers. There you go. There's when he hit that head pin. Haven't heard the oh yeah forehead call since the 2nd frame. Lunning over on 24 for O'Fallon. Mows down the left side, and then somehow or another, most of the ones on the right fell. Here's Taylor for Collinsville. He'll leave up 3. Lunning on 24, trying to pick up that 3-pin. He will. Couple of words of encouragement to Jacob Taylor from Coach Sean Hay. While that is going on, Cottom on 24 leaves a split, and he doesn't like that one at all. Here's Taylor on 23 trying to pick up his spare after some words from his head coach, and that appears to work out very well as Taylor picks up his spare. Cottom, he's not going to be as fortunate. He'll take care of the 2 on the left, leave up the 6 and the 10 on the right. Cole Buckman on 23 for the Kahawks. Oh, that's a fly. So Buckman always kind of knows when his ball is good enough to get a strike. Here is Bassford over on 24. He's pretty much feeling it as well, and he now has 5 in a row as Buckman just knocked down his 4th strike in a row. Brandon Campbell on 23 for Collinsville to finish the 8th. He leaves up 1. Jacob Horton, he of the 300 game earlier this year for O'Fallon. 4 strikes in this game, 2 open frames and a spare. Now he'll take the strike. That'll end the 8th frame for O'Fallon. 1 more ball to come, and Brandon Campbell will end the 8th for Collinsville. Collinsville may have gained a little bit of ground here in this 8th frame as Campbell takes care of his, and after 8 in the books, O'Fallon with 729 pins down, Collinsville with 665. So what used to be a 110 pin deficit is not any longer. 64 pins, if my math in my head is correct. Here's Ben Sloan. Sloan on 24 leaves 3 up. Aiden Keene on 23 for O'Fallon. He'll leave up the 10 pin. We're in the 9th frame, first match. O'Fallon undefeated on the year. They're 8-0. Collinsville comes in at 4-4. 2 matches left for each team. Collinsville has this one. And then they have Alton on Wednesday. This is the last home match for the boys this year. Sloan takes care of his spare on 24. Keaton trying to do the same here on 23 for O'Fallon with just the 10-pin standing, and he does. Evan Flower steps up on 24 now for the Kahawks. Flowers finding that head pin now. And back-to-back strikes after Flower started off this match with back-to-back strikes in the first and the second. It's frames 3 through 7 that gave him some troubles. 1 open frame and 4 spares, so not that much trouble, but still he had a hard time finding that head pin for a couple of those tries, as Taylor takes care of 9 of the 10. Lunding on 23 for O'Fallon. He'll leave up the exact same pin. The 4 pin. Still stands for both Taylor and Lunny. Here's Taylor's try on 24. He'll take care of his. Now the freshman Lunning on 23. Trying to match. And he will. Gets that big turn at the very end. Here is Cole Buckman, the number 4 bowler for Collinsville, already ready to go. We'll see if he has that English. Yes, he does. Keeps on hitting it. And that is 6 in a row now for, 5 in a row for Buckman. Meanwhile, on 23, Mike Cottom, the 3rd bowler for O'Fallon, steps up. There it is. And Brandon Campbell will end the 9th for Collinsville on lane 24. Will he do it in 1 or 2? We're hoping for the 1 slot. Here we go. And he'll take care of it. 5 strikes in this first matchup for Brandon Campbell. Here is Nathan Bassford. Bassford on 23 for the O'Fallon Panthers. Lets it fly. He's having a pretty good game. And he'll take care of another strike. And for Bassford, that's another turkey. Had one earlier. And that'll leave things wide open for Jacob Horton. Horton, the last bowler to throw here in this 9th frame before we head to the all-important 10th. Horton finishes up with a strike as well. We head to the 10th. O'Fallon continues to lead. 837 to 771. Head-to-head matchups right now are, right now looking just a glance. O'Fallon has has 3 guys that are winning right now in the head-to-head matchups. Here is Ben Sloan down 23 for Collinsville. Trying to get that all-important first strike. He does. He'll have an extra couple of throws here in this 10th. Aiden Keene over on 24 for O'Fallon, trying the same. He'll leave up. No, the 7-pin kind of off kilter there. Pin setter picks it up though, and Keene will try to pick up a spare for an extra ball. Here is Ben Sloan, who already has 2 more coming his way. And he'll pick up another strike. Back-to-back strikes in the 10th for Sloan. Meanwhile, Aiden Keene will try to pick up his pin on 24, but he's still waiting for his ball to come back. So they're going to go ahead and let Sloan throw on 23. Sloan trying to finish strong. And he throws a gutter ball. That is not the way you wanted to end that one, that's for sure. So Sloan will end up with a 186. And he is already behind Aiden Keene, who, before he even throws the ball down the lane, has 202. Still looking for Aiden Keene's ball. Yeah, a ball return will slow things down a bit. So Evan Flowers, the number 2 bowler for Collinsville, will step up on 23, while they're still trying to find Aiden Keene's bowling ball here. And Flowers did hit the head pin, but kind of at a little straightforward angle. Here is Keene trying to pick up that pin and give himself an extra throw, and he does. Flowers on 23, trying to pick up his spare so he can have an extra one to throw himself. Here is that try. Good. Aiden Keene still trying to finish up over here on 24. His last throw here of this first match is on the way. And he'll pick up a strike. So Keene will beat Sloan in the head-to-head matchup. Keene ends up with a 213 to Sloan's 186, and Flowers will pick up a strike to end his first match with a 198. He's going up against Connor Lunning, who is just now stepping up on 24 for his first throw. And Lunning will have a couple left to pick up. Here is Jacob Taylor on 23 for the Kahawks. He'll pick up a strike, and he pounded his foot on the ground just to help. A little vibration on the floor never hurts, right? Taylor will go on 23 before Lunning on 24. And Taylor's second throw in this 10th frame will leave up one. Here is Lunning on 24 trying to pick up his spare, and he can't do it, so that's going to end his first match. But Lunning will eke out a 2-pin win over Evan Flowers. Lunning with 200, Flowers with 198. Jacob Taylor finishes up his first matchup. He came in for Connor Hartman in about the 3rd frame, so the combination of Hartman-Taylor ended up with a 142. Mike Cottom over on 24 throws his first in the 10th. Has a small split, it's doable, as Cole Buckman is ready to go over here on 23. Buckman looking for his 6th strike in a row, and he can't get the 10-pin to fall. It wobbled, it tilted backwards, but it wouldn't fall. Cottom on 24 has the 3-10 split. And he'll pick up the 3 and leave the 10, so his first game is over as well. But here is Buckman trying to pick up his spare on 23, and he throws it in the gutter. So Cottom for O'Fallon ended up with a... He doesn't have one more shot coming his way, and it's still stuck there, so we're going to have to wait for the computer to update itself. On 24 is Nathan Bassford. Bassford will pick up a strike. Still trying to fix the computer problem over here on lane 23. Okay. Brandon Campbell over here on 23 as I'm like paying attention to this other one over here. So Cottom ends up with a 127, and the combination of Hartman and Taylor ended up with a 142, so that's the first head-to-head matchup that Collinsville has garnered. And Cole Buckman ended up with a 203. And Nathan Bassford is who he's going up head-to-head with, but he's not going to win that one, Will Buckman, because Bassford already has a 247, and he still has one more ball coming his way. And for Bassford, that is his 5th strike in a row. Here is Brandon Campbell trying to pick up that ugly mess down here on 23. He'll only pick up the 2. And Campbell will end up with a 185 before Jacob Horton can even throw. Horton, he'll come into that final throw with a 164. Bassford, one more throw coming his way. And he will strike out the 10th frame, and he'll end up with that head-to-head matchup with a 257 to 203 advantage over Cole Buckman. So it's up to Jacob Horton over here on 24 to see if he can parlay that 164 into at least a 186 to take another one from Collinsville here. And here's his first throw. He'll leave up the 10 pin. So Horton trying to pick up his 10 pin over there on 24 to give himself one more ball. And since he was already working on 3 strikes, that helped him out, and that put him over the top, and he will end up winning the head-to-head matchup against Brandon Campbell, 191 to 185. So Collinsville ends up losing that one, 968 to 914. And O'Fallon picks up the extra 5 points on that one. So Collinsville only with 5 points in that first frame, or first matchup, excuse me, while O'Fallon ended up with 25. So if the Kahawks want to win this battle here this afternoon, they're going to have to do it in comeback fashion in a big way. So one match is already in the books. Second match getting underway here in just a moment. We will take a timeout, and when we come back, we'll already have been started in that second matchup. And we'll be back here in just a moment on the Kahawk Sports Network.
Got vinyl? Rich's Record Emporium on Main Street in Collinsville can take care of all of your vinyl needs and more. You can peruse through thousands of records, from country to hard-to-find jazz. And classic rock, it's always in stock at Rich's Record Emporium. Used vinyl by the hundreds, plus new releases by new artists as well as reissues by classic artists. Don't forget to check out the audio room at Rich's Record Emporium. There, you can test out all the latest in audio gear, from top-of-the-line speakers to the latest in new turntables, plus amps, streamers, and all of the accessories like needles, belts, and more. While you're there, check out the music-related wall art, as well as t-shirts, record cleaners, and so much more. Plus, if you can't find it at Rich's, they will do their best to find it for you. Come check out Collinsville's only record store, Rich's Record Emporium, 131 West Main Street in beautiful uptown Collinsville, 618-795-1333, online, richesrecordemporium.com. Ogle Auctions in Collinsville, your place for online auctioning. Go to ogleauctions.com to check out the week's items up for auction. Ogle Auctions deals in everyday items like board games, t-shirts, clocks, antique items, and more. To collectible items, anyone in the market for, say, a trolley? Or maybe you're into more treasure troves, like vinyl albums, cars, or motorcycles. And Ogle Auctions is always on the lookout for more auctionable items. Ogle Auctions of Collinsville. Auctions every Sunday at 7 p.m. Check them out at www.ogleauctions.com or call Kim or Mike Ogle at 618-218-2117. Looking for a little bite to eat in a nice, friendly establishment before heading out to a game? Look no further than LC's Pub in Caseyville. Just blocks from Collinsville High School, LC's Pub is the pub of choice for Kahawk fans, before, after, or even during Kahawk games. LC's Pub features a wide variety of traditional bar food like burgers and fries, chicken wings and chicken strips, appetizers like pepper jack mac and cheese bites, fried pickles, and green beans. Plus they have salads, fish, shrimp, and more. LC's Pub also features an outdoor patio, a gaming room, weekly poker tournaments, and a pool table, plus enough TVs for all the sports fans. And LC's Pub shows Kahok games live as well as Blues and Cardinals games. LC's Pub, 605 North Main Street in Caseyville, right across the intersection from All Pro Tees. Call for carryout orders at 618-855-9007 and on Facebook at LC's Pub. LC's Pub, Kahok fans' pub of choice. The people of Illinois welcome you. The folks in Collinsville, Illinois, well, they want you to stick around for a while and enjoy the sights, the fun, the food, and of course, the Collinsville Kahawks. The city of Collinsville is a proud supporter of the Collinsville Unit 10 School District. So welcome to Collinsville. Come on over, catch a Kahawks game, or enjoy some of the new places to eat, shop, and have fun. There's plenty to do for the young and the young at heart. Enjoy Christmas at the Collins House during the holidays, tunes at Bloom in the warm summer months, and more. There's plenty to do in Collinsville, so come on over for a bit. The folks in Collinsville would love to see you. For more information, go to www.collinsville.org.
Welcome back to Camelot Bowl. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network after one matchup in the books. 2 more to go. Collinsville trailing 25-5 here in this as the second matchup is already underway. We are in the first frame and trying to work my magic here on my scorebook or my score. There we go. 25-5 is where we are into the second matchup, and that means that I need to take a little bit of a break. So we're going to let you enjoy the ambient sounds of Camelot Bowl as O'Fallon and Collinsville continue battle here. And I'll be back here in just a moment. All right, back. Most of these games I go to, I have a helper with me, and bowling's not one of those, so I can't have somebody playing my commercials while I'll use the little boys' room, so I have to wait till after the commercials. And a little bit of a pause. We are through 2 frames here in this second matchup. And right now, it is an 11-pin lead for O'Fallon as Sloan picks up his spare over here on 23 for Collinsville. As Aiden Keen's trying to do the same thing for O'Fallon. Only one change for O'Fallon. Chase Keen will come in the number 3 spot for Mike Cottom. No change for Collinsville. They'll stick with Jacob Taylor in the number 3 spot after he took over for Connor Hartman after the first 3 frames of the first matchup. And there is 1 pin left standing for Evan Flowers. Flowers barely missed out on topping Connor Lunning for O'Fallon as he gets ready to throw on 24, does Lunning. A 2-pin win by Lunning over Flowers in that first matchup. Flowers would like to avoid that this time. And Flowers going for that 7-pin on 23. Lunning left up 1 pin on his side. Flowers picks his up. And the freshman Lunning trying to pick up his 2-pin that he left down there. We're in the second match. Collinsville lost the first one. 5 points for each head-to-head matchup. O'Fallon took 4 of those 5. And you add on an extra 5 points because O'Fallon won the overall match team-wise against Collinsville. So that's why you see 25 points on the board for the Panthers and 5 for the Kahawks. There's a possible 30 points available on each match. Here is Chase Keen over on 24, getting our first look at Chase, who is a sophomore. And coming into this contest, Chase Keen had a high game of 205 and his average is 205, excuse me. His high game is 269. He starts off with a, strike in that one anyway. 2 strikes in an open frame for the sophomore Chase Keen. Here is Bassford, who bowled a very impressive 257 his first time up, but he's going to have a little work cut out for him over there on 24 with 5 pins still standing, and he has 2 on the right side, 3 on the left as Buckman picks up a strike on 23 for Collinsville, and he starts off with a turkey to lead off match number 2. Bassford down 24, will try to take out the 3 pins, but he only takes out the 1. That's tough luck there, man. As Bafford was a 54-pin winner over Buckman in that first matchup head-to-head. Here is Brandon Campbell, who fell to Jacob Horton just by 6 pins in that first matchup. And Campbell on 23 will take care of a strike as well. His first strike here in this second matchup. Here is Horton. He'll take a strike as well. His first strike in this second matchup. And that ends 3 frames, and after 3, Collinsville in the lead, 247 to 208. They flipped the script on that one. Collinsville with 2 strikes and 3 spares in that third frame, while O'Fallon had 2 strikes, a spare, and 2 open frames. Those open frames will kill you. Aiden Keen, the senior on 23 for O'Fallon. Starts off frame number 4. He'll start it off with a strike. Ben Sloan trying to match on 24. And he'll leave a split. Not as bad as a 7-10 split, but, you know, the 8-10 split, nothing to be happy about. That one just kind of slowly rolled right through everything over there for Lunning. Here is Sloan trying to do this 8-10 split. He'll take the 8, leave the 10. So Lunning over here has a 4-7 on the left, 3-6 on the right. Trying to hit that 3 pin. He does, but nothing doing on the other side. Here is Evan Flowers on 24 for Collinsville. He'll leave up one pin again. So Flowers will try to pick up that 4 pin. Girls are already into their 3rd frame of their 2nd match. Boys are into their 4th. Chase Keene on 23 picks up a strike. Flowers over on 24 trying to pick up his spare. He will. Me and my best friend are going to the Blues game on Monday, man. We're already looking at a game possibly with no Tarasenko, now definitely, or probably no Shin, no Parayko. Nice job over there by Bassford again on 23. Found his groove again. Going for Chris Pronger jersey retirement night. I didn't know that when I bought the tickets for that game, but that's a nice, pleasant surprise. Here is Taylor down 24 for Collinsville. He picks up his spare. As Jacob Horton climbs up over on 23, looking for back-to-back strikes. And he will. Cole Buckman trying to keep up with Bassford over here. It's his head-to-head partner on 24. Buckman leaves up 1. So Buckman with 1 more. Nothing like having an itch on the bottom of your foot when you're wearing shoes, huh? I don't know, too much personal information, right? Here's Buckman on 24. Trying to pick up his spare, he does. And we will end up with Brandon Campbell, the lone bowler to throw here in this 4th frame. Campbell, he's ready. And he'll end the 4th with a strike. And after 4 frames in the book, Collinsville still in the lead, 351 to 282 here as the Kahawks try to come back after dropping that first match. 968 to 914 were the team totals, and then O'Fallon took 4 of the 5 head-to-head matchups in that first match. Here's Ben Sloan on 23 for the Kahawks. Sloan will take a strike. Aiden Keene on 24. For O'Fallon. He'll leave the 10. Flowers trying to find his groove. 2 strikes in the first 2 frames, 2 spares in frames 3 and 4. Trying to get back on that strike parade. There you go. There you go. The forehead chant. Keene on 24 picks up 10 just before that ball was about ready to fall off. Jacob Taylor on 23 for Collinsville. Mows down the left side, keeps up the right side. Connor Loning on 24. Hits that curve and takes another strike. his first strike here in this second matchup. 3 straight spares to start off, then he had an open frame in the 4th before that strike here in the 5th. Jacob Taylor trying to pick up his spare. And, oh, he'll leave up the 10 pin. That was a good hit. Chase Keene on 24 now for O'Fallon. He'll leave up the 6 and the 10. Buckman on 23, who started off with a turkey before he spared in his last frame. We'll try to get back on the strike parade as well. Here it is, and he misses the head pin. Chase Keene on 24 now, trying to pick up that 8-10 over there. And he will. And for Buckman over here on 23, he has a sleeper as well. He has the 1 and the 2 right next to each other, and then behind the 2 he has the 8 pin. Here is that try. He'll take care of it. Nice hit. Nathan Bassford over on 24. Had the high game of the first match with a 257. He'll take a strike on 24 and continue inching toward that final score again. So we're down to the anchor bowlers for both teams here in this 5th frame of match number 2. It'll be Brandon Campbell on 23 for Collinsville, who will go first. Got that curve, but couldn't take down that 8 pin. So now Jacob Horton on 24. Looking to close out the 5th frame for O'Fallon with 1 ball. Here's that try. He does. So the 5th frame over for O'Fallon. 1 more throw coming for Collinsville, and that'll belong to Brandon Campbell here on lane 23. Campbell lets it fly. And he'll take care of that one. So at the end of 5 frames, Collinsville still holding their lead. 443 to 390, so a 53 pin advantage with 5 frames left to go. As Collinsville tries to get back into this thing, and we'll try to make that 3rd and final matchup all that more important, but got to get through this 2nd one first. Here's Ben Sloan on 24 for Collinsville. Strike. Sloan with back-to-back strikes now. Aiden Keene for O'Fallon on 23. Had a 213 in his first matchup. That was well ahead of Ben Sloan's 186. Here is Keene's try on 23. He'll take care of all of them as well. Evan Flowers on 24 for Collinsville. He'll leave the 10 pin up. Flowers wants the specialty ball, the one that takes care of 10 pins. Here's Connor Lunning on 23 for O'Fallon. Has that curve working on, but he leaves himself a split. That'll be a 3-10 split. Not impossible to pick up. Here is Flowers going for his 10 pin, and the 10 pin ball worked. Lunning on 23. His try for the 3-10. He'll hit it. Nicely done. Nicely done. Jacob Taylor on 24 for Collinsville. Takes down 7 of the 10. Chase Keene waiting for his JV counterpart on 22 to finish up. He's finished, and now here is Keene's first ball of the 6th. And only ball of the 6th. Taylor on 24 trying to pick up his spare. Ooh, took a left turn at the last moment and only got one of the 3. Cole Buckman on 24 for Collinsville. Buckman lets it fly. He'll take a strike. Buckman with his 4th strike here in this second matchup, as now it's Mr. Bassford's turn to wait for his JV teammate to get finished. Bassford down 23. The long wait didn't affect him at all, did it? Brandon Campbell, man, somebody let the ball go over on 21. Holy crap. That ball bounced down the lane and bounced off the gutter and then bounced back up onto the lane. Little Fred Twinkle Toes Flintstone going on over there. Yeah, I dated myself. A lot of you won't know what that is, but there's a handful of people out there that will. Here is Jacob Horton on 23 now for O'Fallon. Final bowlers here in the 6th frame. And Horton will take care of all of them, and now Brandon Campbell will take his turn on 24. Campbell lets it fly, and he'll take care of all of them too. So, after 6 frames in the books, Collinsville's lead has shrunk, but they still do have a lead. It's Collinsville with 531 pins down to the 510 for O'Fallon. So just a 21-pin lead for the Kahawks right now. Ben Sloan on 23 for Collinsville, ready to go. Sloan with authority. Aiden Keene trying to keep up on 24 for O'Fallon. Leaves the 10-pin. Evan Flowers on 23 for Collinsville. He's ready to go. Right now, no bowlers on 22 for anyone because they're trying to finish up their 5th frame over there in that second match. So Flowers kindly waited for Aiden Keene to finish up. Now Flowers up as Keene hit his spare. Here is Flowers on 23 for Collinsville with a strike again. Lunning on 24 for O'Fallon. The oh yeah forehead thing just makes me giggle. Jacob Taylor on 23. And he stops that foot down there and picks up a strike. Lunning over on 24 left the 7-pin up. So back-to-back over here on 24 for O'Fallon, leaving 1 pin standing. Keene missed his. Lunning will hit his. Buckman on 23 for the Kahawks. Looking for back-to-back strikes in his 5th strike in this frame or in this matchup, and he'll have to wait a little longer for number 5 as he'll leave up that 6 and that 10, but he got lucky because the 7-pin fell down late. Avoided the split. Chase Keene on 24 for O'Fallon. Leaves up the 10. Cole Buckman trying to pick up the 6-10 over here on 23. And he will. Boy, I tell you what, that 10-pin just barely got hit, but that's all you need sometimes. Chase Keene on 24 for O'Fallon. Will take care of the 10-pin. Brandon Campbell for Collinsville on 23 ahead of Nathan Bassford. Campbell, the anchor bowler, the number 5 bowler for Collinsville. Bassford in the number 4 spot. Campbell ready to go on 23. Ooh. The old 4-7-6-10 split, eh? Bassford on 24 for O'Fallon. He'll take a strike. Campbell will give his a try first. 4-7 on the left, 6-10 on the right, and here is that try. He'll take care of the 4 and the 7 on the left, but nothing doing on the 6-10 on the right. Here is Jacob Horton to end the 7th frame. And he'll end it in one shot. And with 7 frames in the books, Collinsville now trails by 2 pins, 629 to 627. Talk about a close matchup. 2 frames left, 9th and the 10th, or excuse me, 3, 8, 9, and 10. Here is Aiden Keene for O'Fallon on 23 to start off frame number 8. He'll start it off with a strike. Ben Sloan on 24 for Collinsville trying to answer. Here it is. He almost did, left that 5-pin standing. Connor Lunning on 23 for O'Fallon. He'll leave one as well. Ben Sloan fires it down 24, trying to pick up that 5-pin, and he will. And that'll bring up Evan Flowers. First, Connor Lunning will try to pick up his 4-pin. Oh, just missed to the left. Flowers on 24 for Collinsville. He'll take care of all of them again. Sure, he doesn't mind the forehead thing when he's picking up strikes, right? Back-to-back strikes now for Flowers. Here is Lunning. Excuse me, this is Chase Keene. And Keene will leave up just one. It's been a theme here the last couple of times around. There is Jacob Taylor for Collinsville. Takes care of 7 of the 10. Chase Keene on 23. He'll take care of his 1 pin, and Jacob Taylor has 3 to get down on 24. Here is that try, and he will as well. Nathan Bassford on 23. Bassford came all the way over into the JVers lane when he was getting ready to throw, or after Bassford was walking back. There's Buckman on 23, and he'll mow down one side, leave up 3 on the right side. Meanwhile, Jacob Horton on 23 now for O'Fallon. He'll take them all down as well. Here's Buckman on 24, trying to pick up his spare. He does. And now it's left up to Brandon Campbell. By the way, for Jacob Horton, that is 6 strikes in a row. Bassford has 5 in a row. Here is Campbell on 24. That'll help O'Fallon come back, that's for sure. Brandon Campbell picks up a strike. We head to frame number 9. Collinsville now trailing 746 to 723. So the Kahawks need a big push here in these final 2 frames if they want to make this interesting enough to have the third and final matchup mean something. Coach Hay wants to talk to everything with everybody now as Aiden Keene slides in over on 24. He's ready to go for O'Fallon. Looking for back-to-back strikes, and he'll wait a little longer to do that. Meeting still going on for the varsity boys team over here on 23. While Aiden Keene is ready to try to pick up his 1 pin on 24. Here is that try. He'll take care of it. Meeting over for the Kahawks, and Ben Sloan will step up on 23. He'll have to wait, though, for the JVer over on 22 to go. So while they're doing that, Connor Luning will step up for O'Fallon on 24. The freshman. Makes them all count. Sloan. Ready on 23. Here it is. Oh, leaves himself a split. 5-7 still stands. There is Chase Keene on 24 for O'Fallon now. He'll pick up a strike as well, so O'Fallon's getting hot here at the end. Sloan trying to pick up his spare. A split spare if you can do it. He almost did it, man. Kicked that pin over there to that 7, but just went behind it. Nathan Bassford over on 24. Right now it's a spare strike for O'Fallon here in the 9th. Bassford trying to make it a team turkey, and he does, while Evan Flowers goes up on 23. 6 in a row now for Bassford. And for Flowers, he'll pick up his 2nd straight. And here comes Jacob Horton up on 24, looking for his 7th straight strike. That was a turkey, actually, for Flowers. They put up these little video screens on the scoreboard, and it blocks out some of them, and I took a guess. And a strike for Horton. That is 7 in a row. Taylor left up the 10 pin. Taylor trying to go for that 10 pin on 23. He does. That'll bring up Cole Buckman. So O'Fallon's already finished in the 9th. And right now they have a pin total of 856. Nathan Horton is already over 200 with a 207 as he gets ready to head into the 10th. Here's Buckman. Buckman leaves up the 7. Seven-pin try for Cole Buckman coming up. He'll take care of it. And that'll link things up to Brandon Campbell to end the 9th frame here for the Kahawks. Kahawks trailing by 48 pins right now before this last Kahawk goes here in the 9th. Campbell. He's ready. It's on the way. And he picks up a strike. Much needed strike. So as we head to the 10th frame, Collinsville trails 8:56 to 8:28. 28 pin difference. Can they make it up here in this 10th frame? It's going to be tough to do, but I don't see why not. It all starts with Ben Sloan over here on 24. Need a lot of strikes here from these Collinsville Kahawks. Here's the first throw by Sloan in the 10th frame. He'll have a couple extra. Aiden Keene on 23 for O'Fallon. He will not pick up a strike. So advantage Collinsville there in an effort for this comeback victory here in matchup number 2. Sloan, he's ready on 24. Kahok Jr. lets it fly. And he'll pick up another strike. Here is Aiden Keene trying to pick up his spare on 23, and he will, so he'll have one more throw. Sloan will go first. Sloan already better than his 186 in his first matchup. Here is his last throw of this matchup number 2. He'll take 8 of the 10 down, and Ben Sloan will end up with a 201 in the second match. Here is Aiden Keene. Keene, his last throw. He'll pick up a strike. And it won't be enough to do better than Sloan's 201. Keene ends up with a 184, so the head-to-head matchup will earn Collinsville 5 more points there. Here is Evan Flowers on 24. Rolled a 198 his first time up. He'll pick up a strike. He'll better that 198. He started off this frame with a 188, now at 218. That is 4 strikes in a row for Evan Flowers. There is Lunning, the freshman, with a strike. Flowers on 24. He'll do it again. So Sloan and Flowers with 2 strikes to start off their 10th. Flowers will try to do what Sloan couldn't and make it a 10th frame turkey. Here is Lunning, his first of 2 extras in the 10th on 23 for O'Fallon. He'll leave up 1 pin. So Flowers trying to win the head-to-head battle against the freshman. Here is Flowers' final ball here in the second matchup, and he will pick up a 10th frame turkey. And in the process, that is 6 strikes in a row. And Flowers ends up with a very robust 248 in the second matchup. Here is Lunning, his final throw of the second matchup. He'll miss his pin, and Flowers will end up winning the head-to-head matchup there. So another 5 points for Collinsville. 248 to 173. And now Jacob Taylor and Chase Keene will go head-to-head, as Taylor knocks down 8 of the 10 on his first try on 24. Chase Keene on 23 with his first. It's on the way. And he'll miss the head pin and leave up 3. Jacob Taylor needs a spare to throw one more, and that one needs to curve. It does at the last moment. Boy, I tell you what, that was tough. And he'll have one more shot coming his way. Chase Keene trying to take care of his 1-2-4 left over here on lane 23, and here is that try. He'll take care of him. So he'll have one more. Here's Jacob Taylor's final throw. Taylor, get off there. Oh, man, that's got to hurt. Threw it in the gutter. And Taylor will end up with 149, and he'll lose that head-to-head battle because Keene still has one more ball to go. And that's a strike. So So Chase Keene will win that head-to-head matchup, 195 to 149. And now we are to our fourth slot bowlers. And Cole Buckman picking up a strike on his first throw. Here is Nathan Bassford, who beat all bowlers in that first match with a 257. He's trying to finish strong. Right now, riding 6 straight strikes. And there is number 7. Buckman trying to keep pace. And he will not pick up a strike on his second. He'll have a chance to finish with a spare. And it looks like that Bassford will end up winning this head-to-head matchup as well. Already with a 222 to Buckman's 209. Buckman has 1 ball left, while Bassford has 2. And the second of those 3 are right now for Bassford. He'll pick up another strike. That's 7 in a row. Here's Buckman on 24. He'll pick up his spare. And Cole will better his first mark of 203 with a 212, but it's not going to be enough to win the head-to-head matchup, as Bassford still has 1 more throw coming his way. Bassford, his final throw here in the second match, will end up in a strike as well. That is 8 in a row to end up the second match for Bassford. Here is Brandon Campbell. He'll pick up a strike. Bassford ended up with a 252 to go along with his 257 in the first game, and he'll win that head-to-head matchup. So Collinsville has won 2 head-to-heads, and O'Fallon has won 2 head-to-heads here in this third frame. Here is Jacob Horton. He'll pick up a strike, trying to keep up with Campbell. And looks like Campbell will end up losing out to Horton anyway, as both of them have 2 more throws left. And right now, Horton has 237 and Campbell has a 184. So it looks like O'Fallon's going to go ahead and win this second matchup as well. They're also ahead in total pins. Here is Brandon Campbell on 24. He'll pick up another strike. Horton on 23. That's 4 in a row for Brandon Campbell, by the way. Here is Jacob Horton. And Horton picks up strike number 9 in a row. 9 in a row for Jacob Horton. See how still has 1 more left. So does Campbell. Looks like Campbell's going to give way for Horton to throw first here. Horton lets it fly. Missed that turkey by the 10th frame turkey by 1 pin, and a 266 for Jacob Horton, who threw a 300 game earlier. And a strike to end things for Collinsville. 214 for Campbell. 1,070 pins for O'Fallon. 1,024 for Collinsville. So the Kahawks will drop some more points as we head to the third and final matchup of the night. And, of course, we will be back to tell you all about that here in just a little bit as we take a break here on the Kahok Sports Network.
The Times-Tribune, Madison County's longest-running leading independent newspaper. The Times-Tribune covers Troy, Collinsville, Maryville, and all the villages and communities of Madison County. From area city halls to sports, including the Collinsville Kahawks and Unit 10 District News. The Times-Tribune covers that and more. The Times-Tribune is a weekly hometown newspaper published every Thursday, and a one-year subscription is only $40 for the printed and online editions. For more information, call the Times-Tribune at 618-667-3111, online at timestribunenews.com, or follow them on Facebook at Times-Tribune. Looking to buy a new home or sell your current home? Trust the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty with all of your real estate needs. The real estate market is hot right now, and you can trust the years of experience the Blaylock Group brings to the table. The Blaylock Group can help you find your dream home, or they can help you get top dollar for your current home. Give Peyton or Emily Blaylock a call today at the Blaylock Group of eXp Realty, 618-780-4622. That's 618-780-4622. The Blaylock Group of eXp Realty. The reviews are in. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is a hit in the Metro East. Folks both local and just visiting the area are calling Old Herald Brewery and Distillery a must-stop destination in Collinsville. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville is located at 115 East Clay Street in Collinsville and is home to one of the only restaurants in the state with their own brewery and distillery that produces some of the best brews and spirits in the industry. And the food? All created by an in-house chef using local ingredients that will please any palate. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville has daily specials for both inside diners as well as offering curbside pickup specials and family-size specials. And don't forget to take home a bottle or a growler of beers brewed on site at Old Herald Brewery and Distillery. Old Herald Brewery and Distillery in Collinsville. Check their Facebook page for daily specials, online ordering at oldheraldbrewery.com, or give them a call at 855-8027. In times of financial uncertainty, how can you stay on track? Call on someone who's invested in your success. In Collinsville, that person is Jason Regg, your Collinsville Edward Jones financial advisor. Jason Regg will work to build a complete picture of your financial life, including your unique goals and passions. Jason Regg of your Collinsville Edward Jones office plays a big part in the community and the Collinsville Unit 10 School District with his Kahok Educator of the Month award. To take care of the things along the path of you and your family's financial journey, call Jason Regg at the Collinsville Edward Jones office at 618-344-0252. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Drink it in. Powerful, vibrant, nutrient-rich fuel for healthy, active, experience-rich lives. So you can be your best self, live your best life, and rule the day.
Just because we're adults doesn't mean we don't have toys, am I right? If your adult toys consist of boats, campers, or RVs, then you need to call the GASA storage team of professionals. Winter weather in the Midwest can be quite harsh, and finding a place to properly store those expensive toys for winter can be just as rough as a Midwest winter. That's where the GASA storage team comes in, with outdoor self-storage and covered storage for your toys. They even have tractor-trailer parking. Conveniently located at Horseshoe Lake Road and 111 in Pontoon Beach. GASA Storage for the safe storage of all of your toys. Contact the GASA Storage Team, gasastorage@gmail.com, or call today, GASA Storage Team, 618-797-6100. Collinsville High School alumni Stacy Lauenstein, CHS Class of 91, Lisa Bassetto, Sarah Sulke, and Tracy Limp, CHS Class of 94, Tony Geisen, CHS Class of 96, and Kevin Robinson, CHS Class of 99, want to wish all of our Kahawks a great year. We look forward to cheering you on and supporting you. Work hard on the court and the field, as well as in the classroom. Remember, once a Kahawk, always a Kahawk. Hashtag Kahawk Family.
Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Brady Pest and Termite Management is your local pest control source. The Midwest offers its fair share of pest problems, and Brady Pest and Termite Management is up to the challenge. Whether it's pesky rodents in the cold winter months or ants, spiders, and other pests in the warm months, Brady Pest and Termite is your solution. And termites? Brady Pest is tops in the Metro East in termite management. Do you have unwanted pests? Then call the best. Brady Pest and Termite Management in Caseyville. Call 343-1790 or on Facebook at Brady Pest and Termite. The Collinsville Education Association is a proud supporter of KahokSports.com and the Kahok Sports Network. The CEA is your partner as they work to ensure quality education for our children. The CEA advocates excellence and equity in public education and represent over 400 educators in 11 schools in both Madison and St. Clair counties. For more information, you can visit the Collinsville Education Association's Facebook page or the CEA's website at collinsvillecea.org.
Once again, welcome back to Camelot Bowl here in Collinsville. I'm Todd Duke. Glad that you're with us here on the Kahok Sports Network as we begin the third and final matchup here of the night between Collinsville and O'Fallon. As you can tell by your scoreboard, Panthers lead 45-15. What does that mean? Well, that means Collinsville trails by 30 points. And that means that Collinsville needs to win all 5 head-to-head matchups plus the overall matchup just to tie 45-45. So we will hope that the Kahawks can do that and keep the O'Fallon Panthers away from their 9-0 record on the year as they came into this contest with a record of 8-0. But once again, I need to go visit the other room over on the other side, and we'll let you listen to the sounds of the teenagers doing some bowling here, and I'll be back here in just a little bit on the Kahok Sports Network. I'm back. All right. Changes. Each team has made one. O'Fallon has put Mike Cottom back in the lineup. He will take over the number 2 spot for Kyler Lunning. Cottom went out in the second game for Chase Keene in the number 3 spot, and Chase stays in that number 3 spot. And for Collinsville in the number 3 spot, well, they started off with Connor Hartman. In the middle of the first matchup, they switched over to Jacob Taylor, and Taylor bowled the second match, but he will now be replaced by Daniel Wilde. And as I mentioned earlier, Collinsville has to win all 5 head-to-head matchups plus the overall matchup just to tie O'Fallon. If they can do that, it will be 45-45. And as we are almost through with this third frame, it's kind of close, but O'Fallon still has this ball coming here from Nathan Bassford, picking up his 10 pin, and he does that. And with one more bowler left to go for O'Fallon, the Panthers have a 3-pin lead over Collinsville. And here comes Jacob Horton, who just rolled the highest game of this 3-game matchup for O'Fallon in his last match with a 266. Had a 300 game earlier this year, did Horton. And in the third frame, he will finish it up with a strike, and we will head to the fourth frame with O'Fallon now up more than 3 pins, 246 to 223. During the commercial break, I was approached by Tyler and Connor Looning's mom, who gave us some nice compliments. Said she was coming back from a bowling tournament in Rockford during the championship matchup between Collinsville and Decatur MacArthur in that championship game of the Prairie Farms Holiday Basketball Tournament, and listened to us while they were driving back. Always like to hear good words. Always like it when folks are listening. Even if they are for the other team, I still appreciate it. We do that. We do this not just for Collinsville, but for all the schools that play against Collinsville. We know that parents can't be at every sporting event of their kids, so this way you get to enjoy it without making the trip. All right, here is Ben Sloan over on 23. Trying to pick up his spare, has a sleeper involved as well. And he'll take care of all of them. Nicely done there by the junior Ben Sloan. Here is Chase Keene over on 24 for O'Fallon. We are into the fourth frame of the final matchup. And I have failed to keep track of what the girls are doing over there. I'll try to find out and include that in the story that I write up when I get back home from Camelot. Here is Evan Flowers on 23 for Collinsville, and he will leave up 1. Chase Keene over on 24. Trying to pick up his spare, he will. And now Evan Flowers will try the same over here on 23, as he just has the 3-pin left. So of the 10 head-to-head matchups so far in the first 2 matches, Collinsville has won 3, while O'Fallon has won 7. And O'Fallon has won both of the overall matchups. First matchup went O'Fallon's way, 968 to 914. Second one was 1,070 to 1,024. Here is Bassford, who has had himself a whale of a first couple of matches here. 257 in his first match and 252 in the second one. He'll pick up another strike. That's 2 strikes and 2 spares for Bassford. Here is Wilde for Collinsville, while Horton is ready to go on lane 24 for O'Fallon. Here is that throw, and he'll pick up a strike as well. It's back-to-back strikes for Horton. Ended up with 9 straight strikes to end that second match. Here's Cole Buckman on 23 for the Kahawks. He'll take a strike. That'll bring up Brandon Campbell for Collinsville on 23. Everyone's done for O'Fallon. And they had 4 strikes and a spare in that fourth. Campbell's trying to give Collinsville 3 strikes here as a team, and he'll have to wait because that one pin ruined that opportunity. So Campbell trying to keep pace a little bit here. Collinsville trails by 14 pins right now. Here is Campbell, final throw of the fourth. He'll pick up his spare, and Collinsville will trail by 12 pins. 354 to 342. We'll switch up lanes. Tomorrow we're back in action with some basketball for you. Boys are back home after going to Edwardsville and picking up a big Southwestern Conference win on Friday night. Cahoks return home for another Southwestern Conference battle, this time with Alton. Here is Sloan with a strike. We were supposed to bring you the Collinsville Lady Cahawks basketball game tomorrow at Alton, but that game was canceled. So we had to do a pivot. Instead of doing a girls game on Tuesday and the boys on Friday, well, we'll have the boys for you on Tuesday and Friday. We already had a hockey game scheduled for Thursday, so we can't switch that up to bring you a girls basketball game. The girls will be at home that night, so that'll be on the Kahok Athletics YouTube page, YouTube channel. Here is Flowers, and he'll leave up 1, and that one is wobbling. On 23, it is Aiden Keene. He'll miss his 10-pin. Girls are into their last of 3, and they are in the 4th frame. Here we are in the 5th. Next Wednesday, we'll have the last bowling match of the year for us. And it'll be a girls' game because the boys will already be pretty close to their playoffs by then. January 19th is that girls' matchup. And the boys begin regionals on the 15th. So the boys will already be into their regional. They'll already be done with their regionals by the time we get to that game. Girls' regionals are held here this year, by the way. No, we do not do playoff bowling because that involves a large number of teams, and I'm pretty sure they switch lanes after a while as well. I'm not sure. I've never been to that one before. I have been to a tournament before, and boy, that was, I did it once, I won't do it again. I had to tear down my equipment and set it up 3 different times the first time I did a bowling tournament, so I made up my mind then that I wasn't going to do any more tournaments. 5th frame, and here on 23, for O'Fallon is Chase Keene. Keene lets it fly, and he'll pick up a strike. Over on 24, it is Cole Buckman. Buckman, a 203 in his first match and a 212 in his last match. Trying to better those here in this 3rd matchup, but he'll have to wait for a strike here as he leaves up the 4 and the 7 pin over on 24. Meanwhile, here is Nathan Bassford. Bassford on 23. He'll pick up another strike. Buckman trying to pick up this 4-7, and he will. While Jacob Horton steps up on lane 23 for O'Fallon. He'll take a strike as well. Brandon Campbell over on 24 for Collinsville will end the 5th frame. See if he can do it in 1 ball. Here is that try. No, not only can he not do it with 1, he won't be able to do it with 2 either unless he gets very lucky. because he left up a 4-7-6 split. 4 and the 7 on the left side and the 6 standing by itself on the right side. Need to hit that 6 pin just over on the right side of the pin to kind of push it over there into that 4 and that 7. We'll see if Campbell can do that right now. Well, he's just going to go for the 2. So we have played 5 here in this third and final matchup, and after 5, Collinsville trails by 20 pins, 471 to 451. Remember, in order for Collinsville to even get a tie out of this night, they have to win all 5 head-to-head matchups here in this third and final match of the night, plus the overall matchup, which obviously if they win all 5 head-to-head, they would do. And there is Ben Sloan, who leaves the 10 pin up. Here's Aiden Keene for O'Fallon on 24. He'll leave up another 7-4-10 instead of the 7-4-6 that Campbell just had to deal with. Ben Sloan, the junior, trying to pick up that 10 pin down there. And the ghost ball is on the way, and he'll take care of that one. Meanwhile, Mike Cottom got 2 of the 3, just like Sloan did. Here is Evan Flowers, or just like Campbell did, excuse me. Here's Flowers on 23 for Collinsville. Leaves up that small split, 3-10. Doable. Here is Cottom on 24 with a strike. Flowers, a couple of words from Coach A. He's ready to go. And the Kahok senior, who rolled a very impressive 248 his last time, lets it fly down lane 23, and he'll take care of both. Hit the 3, ricocheted off of that one, and hit the 10. That's how you do it. Here is Chase Keene over on 24 for O'Fallon. Take care of 8 of the 10. Daniel Wilde for Collinsville on 23. He'll leave up 1. Keene, he'll try first on 24. He'll knock out 1, but he'll leave up the other one. Had that spin go in the opposite direction. Wilde, 1 pin left for him to pick up. He will. Now here is Nathan Bassford. Bassford over on 24 for O'Fallon. Working on back-to-back strikes, trying to pick up a turkey. Not this go-round. Cole Buckman up on 23 for Collinsville. Buckman will pick up a strike. Bassford, 1 pin left over on 24. Bassford's try is a successful one. Brandon Campbell on 23 for the Kahawks. He lets it rip. Another small split. Just had a split over on 24, didn't he? Jacob Horton on 24 for O'Fallon. Woo! Man, that pin slid over there like a rocket out of a cannon. Still couldn't get that pin down. 9 pin stays up. Coach A trying to explain how to get this 310 down for Campbell. Need to hit that 3 on the right-hand side of the pin so the ball ricochets off of there and hits the 10. Here's that try from Campbell. Oh, in the gutter. That doesn't help matters at all here for Collinsville. Jacob Horton up on 24. Last ball in frame number 6. Here it is. He'll take care of his spare. So 6 frames are in the books, and O'Fallon extends their lead now. 576 to 527. Kahawks down by 49. Ben Sloan over on 24, trying to rectify that situation. Kahawks need a big push here in the final 4 frames. That'll help. Here is Aiden Keene on 23 for O'Fallon. He'll leave up 2. Evan Flowers on 24 for Collinsville. He'll leave up 2. Keene on 23 will take care of his spare. Flowers on 24 trying to do the same. And he will. There is Mike Cottom on 23 for O'Fallon. Leaves the 10 pin up. Daniel Wilde for Collinsville on 24. He'll leave the 6 and the 10. Wilde, a freshman. On 23, Cottom trying to pick up that 10 pin, and he will. Wilde. Blue bowling ball with a lightning bolt on it. And it's in the gutter. Chase Keene now on 23 for O'Fallon. Gets that bend, but couldn't swing it over far enough to the left to hit the head pin. Cole Buckman now on 24 for Collinsville here in the 7th. Tried to will that ball over there just a little bit farther, but it did clip the head pin, but just not enough to get them all down. And Chase Keene couldn't pick up his spare. Buckman trying to pick his up on 24 ahead of Nathan Bassford, the bowler he's competing head-to-head against over on 23. Buckman will pick up his spare, and now Nathan Bassford ready to go on 23. Boy, that ball's got a lot of bend to it. Man, picks up a strike again. Brandon Campbell on 24 now for Collinsville. The anchor bowlers are up. There is Campbell. Strike. His head-to-head partner is Jacob Horton on 23 for O'Fallon. And here is his throw. He'll mow down the left side, keep up the right. So Horton trying to pick up a 4-pin spare. Has a sleeper back there. It's on the way. And he'll take care of all of them. Nice hit. Nice ball. So we head to the 7th. Collinsville still trails now by 40 pins instead of 49, so they made up a little ground there. 6:51 to 6:11. Aiden Keene, he's ready to go for O'Fallon on 24 as we begin the 8th frame. He'll have a split to deal with. Here has been Sloan hoping for something other than a split. Oh, well, that's something other than a split, but he throws it right in the gutter. That does not help. Keene takes care of the 6 and the 10 and leaves up the other pin. Here's Ben Sloan. Sloan trying for a spare here after a gutter ball on the first one. He picks up a spare. Mike Cottom on 24 for O'Fallon. JV team, they're in there. They just finished up their 5th frame. Cottom picks up a strike. Flowers trying to keep pace on 23. And he'll leave up 1. There is Chase Keene on 24 for O'Fallon. He'll leave up the 4 and the 7 pin. Flowers trying to pick up his 6 pin left down there on lane 23. Flowers lets it fly. Bingo. Here's Chase Keene trying to pick up his 4-7. He does. Daniel Weldy over on 23, the freshman for the Kahawks. Came in to take the place of Jacob Taylor, who came in to take the place of Connor Hartman. So 3 different bowlers in that number 3 spot. Weldy will leave up 3. Here is Nathan Bassford for O'Fallon on 24. Bassford had a pretty good night so far, and he'll have to contend with a 4-7 left down there for him for a spare. Wildy gets some last-minute instructions from Coach Hay. Bassford will go up first, though. Here is his try down 24. All the way from the right side to the left side, and he takes care of that 4-7 pin. Wildy. He has got a 3-6-10 to deal with. Oh, looked like he hit the ball in the right spot, just kind of wrapped around the 10 pin there, and 10 pin wouldn't fall down. Here is Jacob Horton on 24 for O'Fallon. He is the anchor bowler. He'll leave up 1. Cole Buckman, the number 4 bowler for Collinsville on 23. He'll leave the same exact pin. Each player has left the 4 pin standing. Jacob Horton will try his first. And Horton lets it fly, and he'll take care of it. And now Buckman's turn to take care of the 4. Here's his try. And he'll take care of his 2, so that leaves Brandon Campbell to finish out frame number 8 for these two schools. Campbell getting some last-minute instruction from Coach Hay as well. Campbell's ready. Campbell, down 23. Takes care of all of them. We head to the 9th. 2 more frames left for the Kahawks to make a huge comeback here, and they're going to need one. Right now they trail by 38 pins, 736 to 698. We'll switch lanes. And Aiden Keene, he's all ready to go on 23 for O'Fallon. Ooh. Splitsville. Ben Sloan on 24. Not Splitsville. Picks up a strike, does Sloan. Aiden Keene trying to pick up this 4-10 split. Looks like he's going to go for the 4. He'll take care of that. Evan Flowers up on 24 for Collinsville. He'll leave up the 6 pin. Mike Cottom down 23 for O'Fallon. He'll take a strike. Flowers shook his head after he watched Cottom get his strike. That's his head-to-head matchup partner, and Flowers will have to take a spare. Be happy about it. He doesn't have to be happy about it, but you know what I'm saying. Here is Chase Keene on 23 for the O'Fallon Panthers. He'll leave up 2, while Daniel Wilde is ready to go on 24. Here is the freshman Kahawks attempt. He'll leave up the 10 pin. Keene ready on 23 to pick up his spare. Ooh, he missed. Daniel Wilde trying to pick up his 10 pin. Here is that try, and it's in the gutter. That'll give way to Nathan Bassford. Bassford on 23 for O'Fallon. Trying to complete a whale of a night, and he's on pace once again to break that 200 mark. 257 in his first, 252 in his second. Here is Cole Buckman, who is over 200 in both of his first 2 matches, on 24 for the Kahawks. He'll leave up a pin. Jacob Horton over on 23 for O'Fallon, as we are almost finished with the 9th. And he'll pick up a strike. Had 4 in the middle of this game, but since then, 3 straight spares until that strike. Buckman trying to pick up this 9 pin over here on 24. He will, and we will head to the 10th and final frame of the night, with O'Fallon leading the Collinsville Kahawks 822 to 765. So unless the Kahawks can pick up, about 15 strikes here, I don't think they're going to be coming back in this 3rd match. Campbell, he still has to finish out this 9th frame for Collinsville. So we'll get a little bit ahead, or a little bit closer. So 8:22 for O'Fallon. And 795 for Collinsville. So the Kahawks are down 27 pins heading into this 10th and final frame of the night. Here has been Sloan on 23 to get the 10th frame started. Need lots of strikes here for the Kahawks. Sloan picks up a strike. Aiden Keene on 24 for O'Fallon. Does the same. Right now, Sloan has the advantage with 2 throws left by each. Sloan won the last head-to-head matchup, but Keene got the first one. Here is Sloan's second ball in the 10th, and he'll pick up another strike. Aiden Keene on 24 for O'Fallon. He will not pick up another strike, so that pretty much guarantees that Sloan will win the head-to-head matchup here. As Sloan will release his final ball of the night right now. And he almost got a turkey in the 10th, but couldn't quite finish it off. And for Sloan, he will finish with a 218. And Keene will finish with a 161. So Sloan gets the better of Keene in back-to-back games. And now we're down to Evan Flowers and Mike Cottom. Fallon wants to talk about it. Bassford, the junior, giving a little instruction to Cotton before he goes up there. Now the senior Mike Cotton is ready, or excuse me, Cottom is ready. Here's his throw. And he picks up a strike. Flowers trying to keep pace. This is a close head-to-head matchup here. Flowers down 23. Can't pick up a strike. That's going to make things a little bit more difficult. Mike Cottom on 24, looking for another strike. Here's that attempt. And he will not get that one. That breaks his string of 3 in a row. Here is Flowers. Flowers trying to pick up his spare to get one extra throw. He does that. One last ball for Mike Cottom. And it's on the way. And he'll only get 2. Almost only got 1. So Cottom ends up with a 213. Flowers, his final throw. And he'll pick up a strike. And he will miss it by 14. He ends up with a 199. So Cottom will take that head-to-head matchup. So Collinsville needed to win all 5 head-to-head matchups plus the overall match, and they're not going to be able to do that. So O'Fallon will improve to 9-0 on the year with one more Southwestern Conference match left to go for them. Here is Daniel Wilde. Wilde on 23. Leaves up 2, small split. Chase Keene over on 24, already threw a strike with his first ball. This is his second, and he'll pick up another strike. Wilde needs to pick up this spare just to have one more ball, which he will need. First, it'll be Keene. Down 24. Keene ends up leaving 1 up, and Chase Keene will end up with a 180. Here is Daniel Wilde on 23. Needs to pick up this spare, and he will. Nicely done there, sir. Nicely done. Freshman showing some poise over there. One more ball coming up for Wilde. Meanwhile, Nathan Bassford on 24 is going to get ready to throw. Bassford a 257 his first game and a 252 in his second. Stands at a 179 right now. First ball, strike. Wilde trying to end his night with a strike here on 23. Here it is. Nope, left that 6 and that 10 pin up. So Wilde ends up with a 157, and that means that Chase Keene wins that head-to-head matchup. Bassford over on lane 24 for O'Fallon. His second throw here in the 10th, with one more coming his way after this one. Bassford bends that thing in there. Couldn't get the strike, leaves up the 6 and the 10. Here is Cole Buckman, over 200 in both of his first two matches. His first in the 10th is going to be a strike. One more roll coming for Bassford, trying to pick up a spare to end his night. And Bassford, all three of his games will end up over 200. Bassford's ready to go on 24. He'll take care of that. And Bassford's night is through with a 217 here in the third game. Here is Buckman with another strike. And he'll have one more ball left. Right now, Buckman is at a 205. Here is Jacob Horton on 24 for O'Fallon, the final bowler of the night for the Panthers. He'll pick up a strike. Buckman, his last ball of the night, down 23, is on the way. And Buckman can't get that final strike, and he'll end up dropping this third set to Bassford by 5 pins. Second time in a row that Buckman ended up with a 212. He did that in his last game, 203 in his first game. Here is Jacob Horton once again over for O'Fallon. Already has one strike here in the 10th, looking for number 2 before Brandon Campbell even gets up there, and Horton does just that. Turkey for Horton. Campbell. Campbell is behind in the head-to-head match before he even steps up there. Campbell. Gets that sucker to bend in there at the last moment. Picks up a strike. And the last ball of the night for Jacob Horton, the senior for O'Fallon. Ready to go down 24. And here it is. Couldn't get that strike either. Boy, these last strikes are hard to pick up in that 10th frame, aren't they? 229 is what Horton ends up with in his final game. Campbell, 2 more balls left for him. Campbell, down 23. Could not pick up a strike. He'll try to end with a spare. And he will end up losing the head-to-head matchup to Jacob Horton. Horton finishes up with 229. Campbell with 1 ball left sits at a 187. Horton has gotten the better of Brandon Campbell in all 3 head-to-head matchups. And O'Fallon right now with an even 1,000 pins here in this third and final game, and they're finished. One more throw for Campbell, and we'll all be finished. Here it is. Campbell will get 1 of the 2, and Brandon will end up with a 188. Collinsville will end up with 974. Try as they might, Kahok's finished 26 pins back of O'Fallon, and they lose 4 of the 5 head-to-head matchups here in the final matchup of the night. So the Kahoks will drop to 4-5 on the year. Southwestern Conference tournament wraps up tomorrow, and then they'll have their final conference battle against Alton later this week. As that moves us into our post-game program, brought to you tonight By Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, owned and operated by Dr. Chris McCluskey. He and his crew are focused on helping as many people as possible live high-quality lives, all through chiropractic care and wellness. You can visit Dr. McCluskey at Chiropractic Works in Collinsville, 410 Regency Center, just off of the Beltline Road in Collinsville. Give them a call at 343-3602 or online, chiropracticworkscollinsville.com. Post-game show, that comes your way next on the Kahok Sports Network.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Just because you can cut your own hair doesn't mean you should. The Shop, a great place in Collinsville for men and boys haircuts, is where you should take your hair. The Shop is owned and operated by Collinsville High School graduates Danny Kress and Jody Neiman and is located at 103 South Seminary Street in Uptown Collinsville. The Shop isn't just another place to get a haircut, as Danny and Jody take great joy in getting to know their clients and look forward to turning those clients into friends. When you sit in a stylish chair at the Shop, Jody and Danny pride themselves on getting to know you well enough to say, "The usual?" So, men and boys, if you're tired of the same old cookie-cutter approach to haircuts, check out Danny and Jody at the Shop. You may just walk out with not only a fantastic cut, but you may also walk out with a friend. Or two. The Shop in Collinsville, 618-772-7175. No appointment necessary. The Shop, 103 South Seminary in Uptown Collinsville. Do you have a big land improvement project that requires some outside help? Call Petroff Trucking Company. The Petroff Companies have been shaping the metro area since 1975. Family owned and operated, Petroff Trucking Company can do the job and do it right. Hauling, excavating, and grading, they do that and more. Petroff Companies also has roll-off dumpster rentals. They also specialize in dirt and rock sales. Petroff Trucking Company can help you develop your land for your needs. Petroff Trucking Company. Check out their website, petrofftrucking.com, or give them a call, 618-797-6100. Petroff Trucking Company, shaping the metro area since 1975.
Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of Code 3 Spices, is first responder owned by proud Kahok alums. Located at 302 East Main Street, Code 3 Barbecue Supply is your home for one-of-a-kind everything barbecue headquarters, providing the best American-made barbecue grills, smokers, rubs, sauces, accessories, and cooking expertise from professional barbecue experts. Code 3 Spices provides award-winning rubs and sauces and donates 25 cents a unit sold to first responder and military organizations to aid the fallen and assist with suicide prevention and PTSD awareness. Stop on by. See the guys at Code 3 Barbecue Supply for all of your cooking and grilling needs. Code 3 Barbecue Supply, home of the Memphis in May first place world champion Patriot sauce. Learn more about their products and mission in giving back to those who serve at code3spices.com.
Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Whether building a new home, making an addition to the home you currently own, or finally getting around to that remodeling job you've been putting off, Pace Design and Construction in Maryville can help. Pace Design and Construction is a building and remodeling contractor you can trust. They provide the highest quality, they are dedicated to their customers, and are committed to completing your project on time and within budget. Pace Design and Construction in Maryville. Give them a call at 618-407-5466, online at pacedesignconstruct.com, or on Facebook at Pace Construction Design.
All Pro Tees in Caseyville is your place for custom apparel and has been for over 20 years now. Why? All Pro Tees can handle any size project, big or small, and they specialize in large group orders. At All Pro Tees, quality is number one on their list of priorities, as is evident by their excellent customer service. Did we mention All Pro Tees has over 20 years of experience? They can even help with fundraisers and event merchandising for your group. So for all of your apparel needs, for civic groups, sports teams, business outings, or even a family reunion, your apparel needs stop at All Pro Tees. All Pro Tees in Caseyville, right across the street from Kahok Stadium. Online at allprotees.com or on Facebook at All Pro Tees. Or call All Pro Tees at 344-2200.
As the Director of Sports Medicine at Next Level Performance Institute, I oversee the care of all of our athletes, many high school, collegiate, and professional. Our goal is to help athletes stay on the field and maximize their performance. We have state-of-the-art diagnostic equipment where we can actually perform testing to get to the root cause of problems that could be getting in the way of athletic performance. When it comes to taking care of athletes, we take a full body approach, whether it's musculoskeletal ailments, nutritional issues, organic issues such as headaches, sinuses, digestive issues. We have advanced training to where we can remedy health issues and return that athlete to play as quickly as possible. If you or your athlete are dealing with any kind of nagging sports injury and would like to see if we can possibly help, feel free to give us a call or come by the office anytime.
And we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as Collinsville drops their games tonight to O'Fallon on the boys' side of thing, and the O'Fallon Panthers stay perfect at 9-0 on the year. And joining us now is Collinsville head coach Sean Hay. That was a tough break, man. I know I said that when we came back from the second game. I'm like, all right, all we have to do here in this third matchup is win all 5 head-to-head matchups and then win the whole thing, and then we're tied 45-45. But try as they may, try as they might, that just didn't happen. Man, O'Fallon's tough.
No, they're a decent team. I mean, the problem is every time they wanted to give us a break, we gave them one right back.
Yeah.
We gave them a little cushion in the beginning of each game and then matched them and then let them get away from us. It's one of those things where, unfortunately, we've been bowling great. We really have been bowling well. We had a little shake-up in our lineup and just wasn't responded to as well as I was hoping for. So.
What are you trying to do when you pull the guys aside there in the middle of a match and you get them all around and what are you trying to fix?
The goal is to try to get them to realize the situation. In some cases, it's just, there's certain times where you can just bowl relaxed and free and you just get after it. And there's other times where you need to just take a quick second and make sure that you are doing everything you're supposed to be doing. And so it just depends on situational what's going on. But in those points, their body language, the one time I pulled them aside, and their body language was completely like the air was let out of them. And you're never going to win no matter what. I don't care if you're playing tiddlywinks. If your body language says you're going to lose, you're going to lose. And so there's simple things of carrying yourself like a champion no matter what the scenario. And that will get you through things. It absolutely will. And it sounds silly, and people who don't really participate in sports, they don't necessarily pay attention to that, but I'm telling you, if you're standing tall with confidence, you make it happen.
Yeah, and there's one thing about sports that are very common for both things: physical ability and what goes on in between the ears.
And that's really where we're at with this year. I mean, every one of these kids has the ability to bowl. Every single one of them has the ability to bowl. But the problem is we've got some young kids that are still trying to work their way through things that we've got. I mean, I'm not going to sit there and make a bunch of excuses, but the honest truth is we have a very young team.
Yeah.
And they're going to do young team mistakes. A lot of them practice, but whenever they practice on their own is a good quality practice. Some practice is better than none, but quality practice takes you far.
Yeah.
And so there's traps that young kids fall into, and that's where we're trying to get them out of those traps. And so for the most part, our more experienced bowlers are beyond that. The younger bowlers are not, and so that's just the way it is. And it's not. It's for me as a coach. It's not frustrating. Is not the right word because you are who you are. This is the lesson. This isn't what's really important. We want to win everything we do, but the important thing is how do they grow from here?
Right.
And so obviously a match like this offers a lot of lessons. I just think that this was a winnable match by far.
We had trouble with the middle slot, that 3 slot. You started off with Connor Hartman, you went to Jacob Taylor, you ended up with Daniel Wilde. So that one spot gave you a little trouble.
They gave us a lot of trouble. That was a 400 is not a varsity score, and it shows.
Yeah.
And that's literally, if you take a look at our totals, normally you put about at least a 580 in there, and then that's a totally different match.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not going to fault those kids. They came in and they were trying their butt off.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like they weren't doing anything. It's just a lot of pressure gets to them, and you got to get through that at one point just to be a mainstay varsity player.
All right, let's talk about some positive stuff. The girls,
Sure.
they stay undefeated. They're golden.
They are. They dropped the second game.
I see that.
But yeah, they remain undefeated, and again they're down a couple bowlers too. So this is kind of nice to see them keep the undefeated streak going.
Yeah, Courtney Bear in that last game with a 238. She was the only bowler that got 200 in that whole third game.
Well, that's on both sides.
Yeah.
Well, good. I like to, as a coach, I like to see kids finish.
Right.
Definitely.
All right, well, we will see you next Wednesday with the girls. Until then, stay safe, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
you very much.
Thank you. That is Sean Hay, the head coach for your boys and your girls bowling team. We'll take one final time out here on the Chiropractic Works post-game show. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at the girls' victory. We'll do that in just a moment here on the Kahok Sports
At
Network.
Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
Hi, Purple and White fans. This is Dan Mode, class of 1989. I'm with New American Funding. Myself and New American Funding are proud sponsors of Kahok Athletics. As we have great coaches at CHS on all the courts, fields, and tracks, we like to coach you through the home buying process and refinance process. If there's ever anything we can do, I can be reached at 618-973-5343 or www.danmodeloans.com. Let's support our student athletes at CHS. They deserve the best. Thank you for your time, and go Kahawks.
Plumbing or electrical problems? Is your AC or heater on the fritz? There are dozens of companies out there, but do you really know who you're letting in your home? Trust Tiger. Our technicians are clean-cut, drug-free, and background checked. What other company can make this bold statement? Our 24-hour emergency service will ensure your plumbing, heating, AC, and electric are up and running no matter what time of day it is. Schedule your appointment today. Tiger Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical Services. We earn our stripes every day.
Are the lights on your dashboard putting on a show? Bring it to Mike's Automotive in Collinsville. Mike's Automotive is also a T3 certified tire center. They can handle all of the basics like oil changes and tune-ups and the not-so-basics like complete engine rebuilds. Mike's Automotive also has 24-hour towing and has 3 locations: Millstadt, St. Louis, and in Collinsville. The Collinsville location is at 1150 St. Louis Road, just blocks from the high school. Or call 345-0611, online at mikesautomotive.net and Mike's Automotive on Facebook.
Pack Mail of Collinsville, locally owned and operated by Ryan Combs. Pack Mail can ship anything, anywhere. They treat you like a neighbor because, well, you are a neighbor. Pack Mail offers shipping materials and containers, private mailboxes, as well as climate-controlled self-storage. Visit Pack Mail at 407 Beltline Road in Collinsville. Online, WeShipSt.Louis.com or call Pack Mail at 346-4884.
At Chiropractic Works, our mission is to help as many people live as high quality of life for as long as possible without the use of drugs and surgery. We have state-of-the-art testing available to see if we think we might be able to help you with any health issues that you're dealing with. Whether it's neck pain, back pain, headache, sinus, allergies, numbness, tingling, shoulder, elbow, wrist, hip, knee, or ankle problems, we've helped many people solve these issues without the use of drugs and surgery. If you'd like to get to the root cause of your health problems, feel free to give us a call and schedule a consultation or a new patient exam to see if we think we might be able to help you.
And once again, we welcome you back into the Chiropractic Works post-game show here on the Kahok Sports Network as the boys, they fall tonight to O'Fallon. All 3 sets, and they only won 4 of the possible 15 head-to-head matchups the boys did. And the O'Fallon Panthers stay perfect on the year. Speaking of perfect, well, the Collinsville Lady Cahoks stay perfect as well as they beat the O'Fallon Lady Panthers. They took the first and the third matches. O'Fallon got the middle one, and the head-to-head matchups all added up, and Collinsville ended up victorious tonight. Only 2 girls over 200 in that matchup. Cassidy Stewart rolled a 209 in the second matchup, and Courtney Bear with that 238 we told you about in the third. So the Lady Cahoks stay undefeated, and we're going to follow them on our next bowling broadcast. That'll be 1 week from this coming Wednesday. Tomorrow we have basketball action for you as the boys are back in town as they are at home taking on the Alton Redbirds. We'll be on the air sometime around 7:15 with the pregame show, and tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. But again, as usual, that all depends on the JV games that take place right beforehand. So until tomorrow, my name is Todd Duke. Big thank you to Coach Sean Hay for joining us on the pre- and the post-game show. And until tomorrow evening, everyone enjoy the rest of this evening.